Well, we're here in Norway, and today we're going to get to try an original Norwegian dish. So I'm here with my brother-in-law, Per Arne. He's married to my wife's sister, and he's going to show us how to cook this dish today.
Hopefully. It's a fish dish. This is the main ingredient. It's cod. A couple of days ago this was in sheets. It was just a dried fish that's been... Well, traditionally you gut the fish, you salt it, and you sun dry it. Leave it open in the sun. So you have to rehydrate it and get rid of all the excess salt, which I've hopefully done. That's always very exciting to find out.
So we have the cod, the
yes.
main ingredient. What else are we going to put in here?
The rest will be potatoes, which I've sliced here, and they've been soaking in water for a little while to get rid of some excess starch. We have onions and olives. Put a lot of blanched tomatoes in as well. It's a stew, basically, a tomato-based stew. Usually do is put some olive oil just at the bottom here to prevent it from sticking to the bottom of the pan. I cook at a very low heat anyway, so it's not really an issue, but it also helps. It makes it a bit more oily and pleasant. And then we put the 4 ingredients in layers: the potatoes, the onions, the fish, and the tomato paste. People used to say that if you're going to marry a woman, you have to make sure she knows how to make like 10 different types of baklava. We don't say that anymore. We're more progressive than that. Don't get mad at me. I'm putting in a layer of potato here, and if somebody thinks this is the potato layer, then you do it your way, and just go gradually. I cut the onions pretty thickly, and I keep them as discs like this. I like finding big loops of onion in there. This is mostly how my mother did it. Olives weren't really a thing when I was a kid here in Norway. Actually,
so here's the cod.
Yeah, this is the cod, and I'll just make sure. Yeah, this one is fine. It's not cooked, but it's been dried and salted.
I want to try a little bite.
I mean, nobody's squeamish about raw fish anymore after sushi's been popular, right? So this is from a different fish. This is actually kind of salty, the one I have here. If you get one without much salt in it, some people eat it as a snack when it's dry. You just tear off the fibers of the mussels and eat it as a snack. What I do, if it's not salty enough, if I've worried about too much, I usually just chuck in some of the brine from the olives. So I'll put another layer of tomato here to make it saucy. Some people like it very saucy, some people prefer to make the fish like the big star of the dish, and everything else is just details. I try to simmer this for a few hours at a very low heat, and the layers will stay mostly intact, but all the ingredients will get in each other's business. And there's a bone. Let's try to avoid those. And I tend to overshoot a bit and get too much. Yes, I think one of the keys to drying a cod is the low fattiness of it. It's a very lean fish. That's kind of why it disintegrates so easily, I guess.
So we're definitely getting a very full pan here.
Yeah. So actually, I think this turned out pretty well. Before I put this on the stove, I'm going to rinse all these cans and get the last of the tomato juice out of them and some more liquid, some water. Olives here on the top. There's some peppers like red jalapenos and habanero. I leave it on minimum heat so it just simmers, and that's it. And I'll put it on the stove.
Okay, so we'll get a little bit of water in here from rinsing out the tomato cans, and then we'll put it on low heat, and we'll wait 2 or 3 hours, and I'll get back with you. This has been cooking for about 3 hours. It smells great. I've been smelling it. Everybody's hungry. It looks amazing.
It looks amazing to me.
I'm very excited to try this. Sure to get some cod. You were worried about it being too salty, but it's not.
No, I had to add about a teaspoon of salt at the end.
I like the texture of the cod and flavor of it. That's good. I'm not sure I've ever had anything quite like this.
I'm not sure what to compare it to.
Right, but it's good.